Before fusion cuisine, Asian and Western culinary traditions stood worlds apart. In Asia, street markets thrived with noodles, dumplings, and stir-fries, emphasizing communal eating and bold spices. Meanwhile, Western fine dining prized individual plates, wine pairings, and techniques like roasting and baking. By the late 20th century, globalization began bridging these divides, setting the stage for culinary innovation. Trade, travel, and immigration would soon transform these distinct traditions into a shared gastronomic language. The first Asian-Western culinary exchanges began centuries ago through trade routes like the Silk Road. Colonial ports in Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore became melting pots where spices, ingredients, and techniques intermingled. Dishes like Portuguese-influenced Macanese egg tarts or British Indian curry emerged from these encounters. By the 19th century, Chinese laborers in the US adapted recipes to local tastes, planting the seeds for fusion cuisine's future growth. In the early 1900s, Asian immigrants in America faced ingredient shortages and catered to local palates, leading to inventive adaptations. Chinese-American chop suey, a stir-fry of leftovers, became a national sensation. Fortune cookies, though inspired by Japanese senbei, were popularized by Chinese restaurants. These dishes, while often inauthentic, laid groundwork for fusion cuisine's mainstream appeal, proving that culinary boundaries could be fluid and profitable. Japan's Meiji era, 1868 to 1912, embraced Western influences, creating Yōshoku, dishes like tonkatsu, breaded pork cutlets, and curry rice. These adaptations, initially served in elite cafes, became comfort food staples. Post-World War II, American imports like Spam inspired dishes such as Okinawan Spam musubi. Today, Yōshoku reflects Japan's unique ability to reinterpret foreign cuisines while preserving its culinary identity, a hallmark of successful fusion. Sushi's global ascent began in 1960s Los Angeles, where chefs replaced scarce fatty tuna with creamy avocado, creating the California roll. Spicy mayo, another Western addition, became ubiquitous. By the 1980s, sushi bars proliferated worldwide, with innovations like tempura rolls and rainbow rolls catering to local tastes. This adaptability turned sushi into a $22 billion industry, proving fusion's power to democratize exotic cuisines. In 2008, Roy Choi's Kogi barbecue tacos, Korean short ribs in corn tortillas with kimchi salsa, ignited LA's food truck craze. The $2 tacos, marketed via Twitter, drew hour-long lines. By blending Korean flavors with Mexican street food, Choi tapped into urban multiculturalism. Kogi's success spurred imitators worldwide, showing how fusion could thrive outside traditional restaurants and redefine fast casual dining. In the 1990s, chefs like Nobu Matsuhisa elevated fusion to haute cuisine. Dishes like black cod with miso glaze married Japanese umami with French techniques, earning Michelin stars. Meanwhile, Singapore's Peranakan cuisine, Chinese-Malay hybrids, gained global acclaim. These chefs proved fusion wasn't just novelty. It demanded technical mastery and respect for ingredients, blurring lines between authentic and invented. By the 2010s, chains like Panda Express and Yoshinoya globalized fusion flavors. Teriyaki burgers, wasabi mayo dips, and ramen noodle pizzas entered mainstream menus. Even McDonald's introduced matcha McFlurries in Asia. While purists criticized these hybrids, their popularity revealed diners' growing comfort with bold, cross-cultural flavors and the lucrative potential of mass-market fusion. Instagram turned fusion dishes into viral sensations. The ramen burger, a patty between fried noodle buns, amassed 1M+ posts. Matcha lattes and ube cheesecakes became hashtag darlings. Platforms rewarded visually striking hybrids, accelerating experimentation. However, critics argued this food porn era prioritized aesthetics over taste, risking cultural appropriation without deeper understanding. Veganism's rise birthed plant-based fusion, tofu banh mi, jackfruit pulled pork bao, and beetroot tuna sushi. Chefs leveraged Asian staples like tempeh and coconut milk to mimic meat textures. This movement aligned with sustainability goals, appealing to eco-conscious diners. By 2022, 43% of Asian restaurants in NYC offered vegan options, proving fusion's adaptability to ethical dining trends. A backlash against random fusion led chefs to focus on culturally coherent hybrids. Korean-Italian pasta with gochujang or Thai-inspired risotto with lemongrass balanced innovation and tradition. Menus began crediting source cultures, addressing appropriation concerns. This mindful approach retained Fusion's creativity while honoring heritage, a lesson for future culinary crossovers. Bubble tea's 1980s Taiwanese origins sparked a dessert revolution. By 2023, mochi donuts, ube cheesecakes, and black sesame croissants filled bakeries worldwide. These treats combined Asian textures, QQ chewiness, with Western techniques, French patisserie, creating a $2.4 billion market. Their Instagrammable appeal and novel flavors made them Gen Z's gateway to Asian-Western fusion. Chefs like David Chang, Momofuku, and Roy Choi became fusion ambassadors. Chang's pork buns, a Taiwanese-American hybrid, earned cult status. TV shows like Ugly Delicious explored fusion's cultural complexities. Their influence normalized hybrid cuisines, inspiring home cooks and legitimizing fusion as more than a passing trend but a culinary philosophy. Cutting-edge tech now shapes fusion's next wave. AI analyzes flavor pairings, e.g. miso peanut butter, while molecular techniques create phantom wasabi foam or deconstructed bibimbap. Singapore's food tech startups 3D print dumplings with lab-grown shrimp. As sustainability and personalization drive dining, fusion's future lies where culture meets computational creativity. From humble immigrant adaptations to haute cuisine, fusion reflects globalization's appetite for connection. It challenges culinary purism, proving flavors transcend borders. Yet its best iterations balance innovation with respect, whether in a food truck taco or a Michelin-starred tasting menu. As diets evolve, fusion's legacy lies not in erasing differences, but celebrating them through shared plates.